And right now it has caused 3 people lost their lives, and also 5 people are injured. Please observe a moment of silence.
请坐下。地震发生后，习近平总书记
After the occurrence of the earthquake, Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Central Party Committee has attached great importance to this incident. And also the PLA has worked together with the armed forces to operate the rescue.
主要领导
And
第
also
一时间
the
安排部
locality
署救灾
has
工作，
activated the level 2
带领
emergency response. And also we have the party leaders, they have led the local people and also the armed forces and come to the front line to provide support and the relief efforts. And they're trying their best to make sure that the safety of people's lives and property. Right now in Aksu Prefecture, now we are holding the press conference in the Wushi County to review the latest situation on the relief efforts. And also we will take your questions. With us today, we have the party secretary Mai Hamiti from the local fire and rescue brigade, and also the party secretary Mr. Liu Xinli. And also we have a deputy from the local health commission, and also the deputy party secretary from the local authority, and also we have one of the deputy from the local government to give us the update. First, I would like to brief you the situation of the current relief efforts. Good afternoon. Right now, I would like to brief you the latest situation on the magnitude 7.1 earthquake hitting Wushi County in Xinjiang Uygur Autonomous Region. And in early morning today, at 2:09 a.m., there is a magnitude 7.1 earthquake hitting Wushi County, and the depth of the earthquake is 22 kilometers. And this will also affect a number of surrounding places. Many places feel the shake. And for the source of the earthquake is actually happening in the Alpine region. It is sparsely populated. As of now, we are seeing like 3 people dead and also 5 people injured. We also relocate thousands of people that has been affected by the earthquake. In Aksu region, we also see some injuries, and we are continuing to check the health condition of the affected people. For all these people have been properly handled. And right now, the communication, the heating, and the power supply have been restored. Everything is in order right now. After the occurrence of the earthquake, the local authorities they sent out the task force to go to the affected region to do the rescue work. And also we established a temporary emergency management commanding center to do the relief work. And we are seized every second to do the rescue work. We check the situation of the affected region, and also we abide by the guidance from the Party Central Committee. And for the Aksu Prefecture, working with other neighboring regions, and also we are trying our best to check the situation locally to find out the exact number of casualties. And after the occurrence, we also receive the guidance from the National Fire and Rescue Service. So we are seeing some of the forces coming from the Xinjiang Fire and Rescue Brigade and also forces coming from the Forest Fire Brigade to do the relief work. We have over hundreds of people joining the rescue work. We are seeing 37 people from the General Brigade of the Xinjiang Fire and Rescue, and also a number of people from the Earthquake Rescue Team. And also, we are working with the local health commission to make sure that there's no secondary disasters happens. We also send out the medical team to provide treatment to the affected people. And also we provide psychological counseling to the affected people. And at the same time, we are trying our best to provide the material support to the affected areas. And for example, we send out the tents, coats, and also over 50,000 of quilts to the affected areas. And also we have a number of materials on the way, and all of these supplies will be coming to the affected region later today. And this include over 5,000 of coats, 10,000 of quilts, and also cotton tents. And also we are able to relocate over 40,000 people to safe places. Our top priority is to ensure the safety of people's lives and the property. We have to make sure that these people can stay in a safe place and they could stay warm during this special period of time. And during this period of time, we also see some of the leaders from the party secretary and the party committee. They are patrolling in these areas and making sure that no one is left behind, and all the affected people shall be transferred to the temporary shelters. And also, at the same time, we're trying our best to learn the latest situation in the surrounding areas, such as the Kuala, Kashgar, and Yiling, etc. And also, we are working with the grassroots emergency rescue forces to do the relief work. We unify all of the available resources and try our best to protect our people. Going next, we will continue our efforts on the rescue. First, we will continue to evaluate the situation of the temporary shelters. And when necessary, we will set up more temporary shelters to accommodate the affected people. And we will try our best to provide materials and supplies to support the affected people. And also, we will provide medical services, including psychological counseling, to comfort the nerves of the affected people. And at the same time, we have to protect ourselves and also do everything we can to prevent these secondary disasters. I would like to say a big thank you to different sectors of the society for your support. So right now we have sufficient supplies, and we have the confidence to do a good job for the rescue relief. And in the future, we will see more rescue teams coming to the affected areas to provide support to the affected people. Thank you.
张永久先生介绍地震
Now I
预
would like
警
to
的
turn to
风
Zhang
险
Yongjiu to give us more updates about the earthquake.
下不好。下面
Friends from the media, good afternoon.
新疆乌
Now I would like to
县级地震，
give you more updates
地震发生后
about the magnitude 7.1 earthquake hitting Wushi County.
立即并且响应，
So after the occurrence of the earthquake, we immediately activate level 1 response, and also we send out 30 people to go to the affected areas to provide support. And we are trying to monitor the situation, especially the earthquake situation, and provide emergency support. So I would like to brief you in 4 aspects. First, the situation of the earthquake.
在阿克苏地区
On January the 23rd, 0209 a.m.
东经78.63度，
in
发生7.1
Ashkot Prefecture, we are seeing the magnitude 7 earthquake hitting the county, and also the depth is 22 kilometers.
平均海拔高度
So this
3319米，
the epicenter actually it is located at the elevation of over 3,000 meters. In that area is sparsely populated and it is located in the alpine region. It has a distance of 51 kilometers from
134.6公里，
Urumqi and also from other major cities in the Xinjiang
距阿拉尔市区
Uyghur Autonomous Region.
初步判断，本次7.1级地震
According to our estimate,
为莱丹
the occurrence of the
该断层
earthquake
为
is because of the fracture
地震
of the fault in the seismic belt,
情况。
and this will cause the earthquake
2024
happened in Aksu Prefecture.
19
And the second,
共记录到
as
3
of
以上余震77次，
7 p.m.,
5点5到5.9 4次，
we see a number of aftershocks.
14次， 3.0
We have 14 times of aftershocks magnitude from 4 to 4.9.
30 36分， 新疆克州
And the strongest
5.3级地震，
aftershock
主震
is registered magnitude 5.2, and this has a distance of 10 kilometers to the source of the epicenter. Third, as of 7 p.m. today,
海网中心召开
the local
整齐会商，
earthquake center has
综合分析任务，
worked together with the China Earthquake Network Center to analyze the situation.
时间， 在此
And we are seeing that in the foreseeable future, there may be a number of aftershocks. I would like to remind to the local people, please stay away from your home and make sure you stay in a safe place for sheltering.
中心专家
Fourth,
指导下， 加强
going next, the local earthquake network center will continue to analyze the situation in Wushi County and understand the situation of the earthquake.
严重工作队和自治区地震局
And also, we will establish a specialized task force
将陆续抵达灾区，
to observe
加密观测
the situation.
态调查，
And also, we will see some national level task force to come to the affected areas to continue to monitor the situation of the earthquake.
最后
And then it will provide more foundation for us to do the reconstruction in the affected region. Once again, I would like to remind to you all,
谢谢大家。
please stay alert for the aftershocks. Thank you.
下面请贾经理先生介绍阿苏
Next, I would like to turn to Mr. Jia Zhenli
医疗救助，
to talk about the medical support in the Aksu Prefecture. Friends from the media, good evening. So the magnitude 7.1 earthquake is concerning people around China. At this time, we are seeing a lot of support from different sectors of the society. I would like to say a big thank you to all these people. As of today, we are seeing two building collapse and also four dilapidated houses and also 1,800 residential buildings were corrupted and destroyed. And this will also affect over 2,400 households. And this will cause three people dead. For one person, when he's trying to escape from the affected areas, he slipped down. But after careful treatment in the hospital, this person have in stable condition right now. After the occurrence of the earthquake, we are continue to work closely with the Xinjiang Earthquake Relief Headquarters as well as the local fire and rescue brigade. And right now, for all the surrounding areas, we're trying our best to under the current situation, especially in the Urumqi. We are trying to monitor the situation in four key areas. And for some dangerous places, we're trying our best to relocate those affected people to safe shelters. So right now, we're trying to cover 9,000 people, and also we are transferring these people to 18 shelters. And now we are able to set up over 100 tents in the city of Urumqi. And for some of the depleted houses, we have to remind all of the local villages to stay away from their house. And also, we'll dispatch 9 vehicles to help with the transportation and transfer of the affected people. And also, we have a special task force coming to the affected region to check the condition of the housing in the affected region. We're trying our best to prevent a secondary disaster. Right now, the office of the State Council Earthquake Relief Headquarters work together with the National Disaster Relief Committee, and also they are working with the Food and the Safety Bureau in China to make sure that we can provide sufficient supplies to support the villages and the local people. And right now we have a sufficient stock of the food, and also we have received sufficient supplies, categorizing in 64 types, and also we have over like 3,000 pieces of winter coats and quilts ready for the support. And also we are able to dispatch over 800 folding beds and 600 quilts and 800 winter coats. And when necessary, we will also provide the heaters and the stoves to the tents. And going next, we'll continue to focus on the following areas. First, we will try our best to ensure the normal life of our people, especially for people under difficulties, making sure that these people can stay warm and also they have a safe place to stay during this period of time. And second, we will try our best to prevent the secondary disaster and to ensure the safety of people's lives and properties. And also, we have to make sure the safety of all the infrastructures and the utilities. We are trying to screen out all the potential risks in the temporary shelters to prevent the secondary disasters. Third, we will continue to focus on the reconstruction. According to the notification of the local authority, we will focus on the reconstruction work. For example, we will try our best to make sure that these people can go back to their homeland as soon as possible. Next, we would like to brief you on the rescue work, emergency work, and the healthcare support in Wushi County. So for our township, it's very close to the Wushi County. After the occurrence of the earthquake, for our township, we also activate level 1 emergency response and do our best for the relief efforts. In our township, we don't see any casualties, but we are deeply grieved about the 3 victims who lost their lives during the earthquake. And also, we understand that we have 93 buildings that are quite close to the source of the earthquake. After the occurrence of the earthquake, the local party committee attached great importance to the earthquake, and also they attach great importance to the treatment and the rescue work for the wounded and the injuries. We have dispatched over 270 vehicles to transfer the affected villages and herdsmen. And also we try our best to restore the power supply in the affected region. And in our township, we have local residents about 7,000 people. We also receive over 30,000 pieces of daily necessities and materials sent out from the National Earthquake Relief Headquarters. We have to make sure that they could stay warm in winter. And right now, the power supply and water supply has been restored. And right now, the settlement work is underway. Going next, we will continue to follow the guidance from the CPC Central Committee and the local party committee. We have to ensure the safety of people's lives and the property to make sure that we can guarantee their basic needs. And also, we will try our best to screen out all the potential risks in the affected region. For example, in the mining zone and in the roads that connected different regions. We will try to eliminate all of those challenges and risks as to prevent the secondary disasters. And also, we have to make sure that these people can be accommodated properly. In the end, I would like to thank the Central Party Committee for your strong support, and also I would like to thank the grassroots emergency rescue forces. Now the floor is open for questions. Please raise your hand and announce your media affiliation. The journalist on the 4th row. With Xinjiang Daily. This time for the earthquake, we could see the magnitude is very high, but we don't see a great number of casualty. And what measures have been taken from the local government to ensure the safety of people's lives and the property? Thank you. So as of now, the magnitude 7.1 earthquake is very strong, but it doesn't cause any severe casualties. This is because of two reasons. First, this time the epicenter is in the Alpine region with the elevation over 3,000 meters, and that area is sparsely populated. That is the first reason. And the second, the depth of the earthquake is about like 22 kilometers. So that is my answer. I would like to add more comments. First, with the support of the CBC Central Committee, in Xinjiang, we have done a lot of work to mitigate the disasters. For example, we doing a lot of work in the rural revitalization, and also we try our best to consolidate the households located in the Aksu Prefecture. While I checked the houses today, we could see even though the magnitude is very high for this round of earthquake, but for some households, they are not severely damaged because of the consolidation. And also, I visited some of the spots for the herdsmen. So for the herdsmen, they have some temporary housing to storage the haze and their personal materials, but that is not a permanent space for them to live. And at this time, we act swiftly to accommodate the herdsmen after the occurrence of the earthquake. And also, we have done a great number of times of drills for the earthquake, so the awareness for the local villages have been significantly raised. Next question, please.
你好，我是光明日报记者。这次地震中有3名群众遇
With
难，
Guangming
还有
Daily.
2名群众受伤。目前来看，
And this time, unfortunately, we have like 3 people lost their lives and also 5 people injured. So I believe that we have sufficient medical resources to provide support. So can you tell us more about the medical support? Yes, this time we have like 3 people lost their lives and also 5 people injured. And these people are actually coming from the Yamsu Kyrgyz village border. And for this township, it's only 10 kilometers away from the epicenter. So unfortunately, these people lost their lives because of the collapse of the buildings and the potential landslide. And this time for these people, they are living in their self-built household, and this will also have some influences for the safety of their lives. And also for those like 5 injuries, they may have some minor injuries, and one person suffered from bone fracture because of the collapse of the building. And for these injured people, these include 2 children, but they only have some minor bruises. But all these injured people, they have to be staying in the hospital for further observation. So I would like to add more. So this time you could see, even though we have suffered from a magnitude 7.1 earthquake, but we don't see a great number of casualties. As we get to know the victims. And I just mentioned for one gentleman when he trying to escape from his household, he fell down on the road and hurt his head. Right now, this person was sent to hospital for treatment. And also, the local health commission has attached great importance for the treatment of the injured. And right now, we have 7 medical teams amounting to 147 medics coming to Aksu Prefecture. And also we have like 8 experts specialized in infectious disease. And we also have 9 experts coming to Aksu Prefecture to provide services and treatment to the injured. So for the medical team, on one hand, they will provide the treatment to the injured, and for the rest of them, and they will help to provide daily medical service to those affected people who have been transferred or relocated to the temporary shelters. And also, we establish a hotline so that the affected people can receive psychological counseling from the medics. Make sure you dial the number 0991 3016 111. And also, we have a great number of the medics. They are standing by, and everyone is prepared to provide support to the affected people. Next question, please.
请这位记者提问。
Good evening. After the occurrence of the earthquake, what efforts have been made by the Civil Affairs Department to provide support to the affected people? I will turn to Mr. Liu Qingyi to answer your question. After the occurrence of the earthquake, with the support of the local party committee, the Civil Affairs Department has taken swift actions. As I said, in Aksu Prefecture, we are trying our best to provide rescue relief to the local region. And also, we are trying our best to transfer those affected people to safe temporary shelters. And we are trying our best to make sure that their basic living needs can be met. And as of 4 p.m. today, we have sent out 1,541 people to visit surrounding areas adjacent to the Wushi County. And also, we are sending out over 50,000 temporary funds to support their life. And also, we are dispatching some of the daily necessities and instant food to the local people, including vegetables and winter coats, clothes, etc. And we will continue to provide support to the affected people. First, we will try our best to provide the guarantee to the people, especially to those who are in difficulties. And if those people are in extreme difficulties, we will provide them some basic security services. Second, for some of the affected people, if they're still feeling very difficult in their lives, we will provide some social and material guarantee to these people. And the third, we will continue to check the situation of people, especially for those people with low income and without the social securities. And so for these people, we will try to provide more coats and more food to those people. And for the civil affairs departments, we will targeting the people under difficulties, and also we will give them some funds to help them to go through the difficulty.
进行提问，可以请继续提问。
One last question,
谢谢
please.
记者提问。
谢谢主持人，我是经济日报记者。请问这样
With Economic
战
Daily.
争中居民应该注意什么？余震来临
In this time, we are suffering from the magnitude 7.1 earthquake, which is quite strong. So, would you give us some suggestions for people, like what measures shall we take to protect ourselves during the earthquake?
这个大的波音地震发生后，整区人民
So after the earthquake, especially after a very strong earthquake, I have to remind all the affected people to prevent the secondary disasters and also the aftershocks.
因此，
And also, we are seeing for some of the aftershocks, they still have a very strong the magnitude. So we have to pay attention to the aftershocks. Especially, we have to pay attention to the
可能没有倒，
buildings and the constructions.
但是在
So for some of the buildings, even though they're not collapsed during
原有的，
the major
因此
earthquake, but they may
要
collapse
随意靠
because of the aftershocks.
没有经过
So please make sure that do not come close to those buildings so as to protect yourself.
或应对。
Second, we have to do a good job to deal with the secondary disaster, especially in mountainous regions.
由于山区
There may be a possibility of the landslide
多种粘性疏松，
in the mountainous region or villages. We could see there is quite a differences in the alpine region and also the
自身
elevation, and this may cause some secondary disasters such as the landslide.
地震引起的
So when we are protecting ourselves, we also have to pay attention to other geological
则周边
disasters.
国际之灾害影响的
And also, when we try to accommodate ourselves, we need to find an empty and safe space for relocation. Third, we have to pay attention to the health monitoring
不要
in the temporary sheltering.
非渠道发布的消息，
Fourth, we have to pay attention to the accuracy of the information, making sure that we don't spread the rumors.
好
Thank you.
感谢各位媒体记者的关心关注。今天的
Thank
发布
you
就到
for
这
your
后
attention
续呢，我们还将
for the
根据 新
earthquake.
闻的这个
And
信息
that's
提
the
供
end
了
of today's
这个
press
报道。
conference. And later we will continue to
好，谢谢大
review
家，
on the
好，再
latest.
见。
Please stay tuned with us. Thank you. See you next time.